Take what you like and leave the rest. Trust yourself, you know best.
So I'm gonna get a reading. I'm gonna wait. Right? Tyler's just amazing.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to Roze Fortuna Tarot. Um, I currently just want to let you guys know today I'm not going to be giving a reading for this week. I feel as if everything going on in America, I know that this channel is more supposed to based on spirituality and witchiness, but I feel like us witches, if we believe in this, and as a person who is black, I believe and know that we can also put our spirituality into the process, whether it's gathering people to communicate in safe spaces to figure out solutions that will lead to proactive solutions. Um, I will give like an affirmation today through my heart is just to be real, you guys. This is gonna be short and sweet because I'm not gonna lie, this whole event has triggered myself. And I'm processing my thoughts, and I feel like as a spiritual healer, as a spiritual person myself, it is not right for me to give out a reading while I'm expressing all these emotional things that are going on in the black community and with police brutality. I really hope you guys are being safe right now and are making the best decisions. Um, when I have come back to a clear thought process, I am going to be reading again this upcoming week. I just need this week or two to kind of process America, and just kind of like see where I can put my assistance in and where I can assist others. So I really do hope to let you guys know from June the May 31st all the way to June 6th. To be honest, you guys, the reading is self-care. Find your solitude in yourself. Find some reassurance in who you are. Really just see what you can do as a collective to help the black community. You really need to focus on the reality of like whether you're white, that whether you acknowledge it or not, your privilege is used, and if you can use it, use it for the good of the black community. Like come out to the protest, come sit down, be a shield, because at the end of the day, Popo ain't gonna do much to you compared to what they would do to a black kid. So with that said, and if it's your way, it's fundraising or funding protesters so that they can get money to get lawyers to get out of jail, yo, do it. Um, right now, I really think that we need to be united because divide and conquer is the best unity. And if people, no matter what race you're in, if you realize that black rights are human rights, just like women's rights are human rights, and trans rights are human rights, and so forth, you really need to be advocating that right now. I know that I am far from home, from Boston, and far from the resources of me being able to connect to people like that. Compared to Arizona, where they're actually putting a curfew because protesters went out to make a difference. And yes, I know we're looting, but come on, y'all, been doing it for centuries. All the shit you have in museums are ours, so let's not front. And for the people on this channel, if you know about Tyler Roze, which is why this channel got invented, was to support the cause for me becoming an artist and realizing, as Nina Mo said, we have to advocate for the times. Um, I don't really want to put a lot on the situation because I'm not here for a hashtag. And our lives actually really do matter at the end of the day. Like, there's too many people of color who are dying every day, and this isn't like something new. This is something that's continually happening. It went from slave patrol and slavery to now police officers. I know not all police officers are like that. Like the sheriff of Michigan is supporting and walking with us, but right now, whether it be spirituality or physical action, prayers are needed. And as much as I would love to give a reading this week for you guys, I just want to let you know that I am in my thoughts and am processing as a person who is black and going through this. And people who have color, just realize I want you to know you're black too. And if you feel like there's a separation between being black and a person of color, that's an issue in itself, and please identify it. Today I'm like low key, like I got the cards out and everything, but I don't think that's where this should be today. And I really don't think that that's where I want to put our mindset on. And I feel like as a human being, we have the decision to make our own decisions with or without spiritual guidance. And I completely believe in God and the angels and so forth. I just want to make sure when I'm saying this is that if your God is moving you to take action, take action. Whether that is vocalizing through protester support by calling the mayor's office and like advocating, whether that's through lawyer work, whether that is through the unity of the people by organizing community work, by helping youth, like I did in my younger years in Boston, to really advocate their well-being by helping their mental issues of like having to deal with police brutality on the daily and for kids being at risk youth. This is not new, you guys. This has been going on for years. Black Wall Street got burned down because of this, and I feel that that the goal for us as a people is to unite. Do not hate the protesters who burned it down, because you got to be real. If you see your children dying every fucking day, you can't expect us to not be angry, to not riot, to not burn shit down. When we've kneeled, you ignored us. We spoke, you brushed us aside. We have even grown our education so we can delegate with you. You still act as if we're inferior. So don't expect as if after years and years of 400 plus years of violence that you do not expect us to burn down what we built up. And yeah, Native Americans, you're a part of the team too, because again, divide and conquer is how they win. If you're a black trans person, you're still a part of the cause. If you are a white woman who understands the issues and you want to use your privilege to help, because if we unite as a people, this whole bullshit is going to end. And yes, I acknowledge that this is a black issue, but at the end of the day, it's a human issue. No one deserves to be pinned down like that for a false crime that they didn't even have reason to die. And little kids who are 15 or less do not deserve to be beaten down by a grown-ass man because somehow a little kid who is like 14 or less is so threatening. Let's be real here. This is not okay behavior. And as much as I would love to do tarot readings for you guys this week, I really am in a space of mind where I feel like we should reflect and think on our own how we can participate, whether that's through your money, because choosing where you put your money to, that is political as well. Because if you're not funding the companies that support this behavior, that in itself is protest. So whatever way you can do it. And right now I'm going through my own spiritual inner deep psyche to see where I can help. Whether that be my voice, whether that be like supporting money, I'm trying to figure out how I can get into it. So this week, I really need you guys to take this reading or this intuitive speech going on as like it is time to really be aware that America has not changed. It really hasn't, and you really need to focus on what you can do to make a difference, because not doing something is doing something, and that is just allowing the bad participation of this behavior. Whatever way you can participate, and just remember that dividing us is the best way to control us. And if we can acknowledge that we need the people who are willing to protest, if we can acknowledge that we need the people who are able to speak peacefully, if we're able to acknowledge that we need every aspect that comes into civil rights, and realizing if we can come together in uniting that, they can't beat us. And let's not act like how, no tea, no shade to white feminists. Back in the early days, you used black voters and black women's votes to increase your rights. So I'm not saying we're going to join you in just to forget you like they did before. I'm trying to say we're going to acknowledge that if one human being is getting mistreated for whatever reason, whether it be their skin, their ethnicity, their immigration, it is all a human issue, no matter where in the world you are. And I hope everyone the best, and I want to say I'm sorry I did not get out the readings today for you guys, but to let you know that this is more important, and to know that if you're a witch or a practitioner or a spiritualist person like myself, there's so many ways we can help, even if it's a prayer, even if it's something. Just make sure you're acknowledging that this is happening, and don't brush it aside like those white folk taking a brunch while they see people protesting. Let's be real. And not to guilt shame white folk, because if you feel guilty, that means you feel like you're participating. And white guilt is real, but I've seen enough kids who are white and participate in riots to know that you can make a difference. It's a choice to be arrogant. So make your choice. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, take what you like, leave the rest, because you know best. I'm tuning out, and I'll catch up with you guys on the 7th with your readings again like normal, but stay blessed. I'll talk to you soon.